Hello and welcome to Hawkeye Traders. Today I'm going to show you how to set up and use the Hawkeye Roadkill scanner. So to do that, you pull up your Hawkeye Roadkill scan, which I have on your screen right here. You insert a new scan, you give it a name. We're going to call it the Roadkill scanner. You can place any notes in there that you want to. Save the scan to a specific folder if you want to, but we're not going to do that. I'm just giving it a specific name. Then you go and you have to tell it what it's going to look for, where the symbol universe is. In this case, I'm going to look for all NASDAQ stocks. I'm going to also look for all New York Stock Exchange stocks. Those look like a good selection. You can pick any you want. You can pick all stocks. You can pick anything else you might want to look for. If you want to look for futures, if you want to look for forex symbols or anything else. If you have your own custom symbol list, you can put any of those in there that you want to. Once you have that put together, if you want to exclude any symbols specifically, if you have a symbol list, say that you wanted all stocks but you don't want to include stocks that are bulletin board, or you don't want to include specific symbol lists or exchanges, then you can exclude that list from this, because if you're not interested in, say, technology stocks, then you might want to go through and exclude some things there. And you click next, and here's where you put your criteria. The things that you want to look for, the things you want to filter out your scans for. So in this case, I'm specifically going to be looking for things, say, of price. I want the last price. I want the last price to be between, let's say, 15 and 60. So the price of the stock has to be between $15 and $60 for it to be able to fall in this window. Okay. Next thing I'm going to look for, and you can throw anything you want to in here. I'm just using these to filter these out. I'm looking for volume. I'm looking for today's volume, or I'm looking for long volume. So maybe the average 3-month volume. That looks like a good one. I want it to be greater than 100 million. Is that 100 million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 million. There's 100 million. Now here comes the important part. Now you go down here and select indicator. Once the indicator is selected, you need to scan down and find the Hawkeye Roadkill scanner right here. The Hawkeye Roadkill SC is the Hawkeye Roadkill scanner. This is the specific one that you want to select. If you pick the Roadkill for radar screen, it won't work, and if you just pick the Roadkill, it won't work. This is designed specifically for the scanner. Select OK, and then it pulls up a list of input information. Just click on the little plus sign, and it pulls down all the input settings that you'll need to use in order to change this to work for what you're looking for. In this particular case, we've got two options. You've got the Hawkeye Roadkill and you've got the Hawkeye Setup. As of this date, the changes in the scanner have not incorporated the volume or the aggressive volume Roadkill setups that are in the radar screen and on the charts. But in time, that's going to be accommodated. So just to let you know right now, there are only two setups available in the scanner right now, the Setup and the Roadkill. The Setup is the first green trend dot, the small one. I'll give you a quick example of that when I get out of this. And the Roadkill is the large fat one. I'm going to choose the Setup for now. I'm going to say that the Setup has to be equal to a long. There, in quotes. Okay, the options are long and short. Long is green and short is red. So I'm looking for a setup, a long setup for the Hawkeye Roadkill. My fast trend speed, that's the speed of the chart that it's placed on. I usually like to have it set to conservative. The slow trend speed, I usually like to have it set to aggressive. So I'm just going to show you that you can change that. You can also just put A and C. It works just fine. My interval, that's the interval it's currently on. Currently set to daily, but I'm going to set it to 5 minutes. and I'm going to set my slow bar interval to 10 minutes, which is 2 times my interval. Okay. Maximum number of bars to reference, auto detect, make sure you load additional data to 1500. The currency and sort key are ignored, so the rest of the data on this is set. So this is what you want to see. You want to set your fast trend speed, your slow trend speed. They can both be conservative if you like. I like to set mine to be conservative, aggressive, like I do on my charts. Slow bar interval is 2 times my fast trend speed, 5 minutes, so that's 2 times that, or 10 minutes. You can make this 15 minutes if you want, or longer. Say for example you had this at daily. Say that you wanted to have a daily chart. Well, then you need to set your slow bar interval to 1, and then you need to set in an interval here. So if I'm going to search daily compared to my weekly charts, as I'm looking for much longer term trends and I'm looking for setups on those, then this is the setup that you would use for that. Slow bar interval of 1. Slow time frame is a week if your interval is based on daily. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to go back and change that back to 10, and I'm going to make that 5 minute. Okay, initially I'm going to do setup along, and that looks good to me. I'm going to set that as my default so that every time I pull up the scan, or any other scan for that reason, it's going to come up with these values already preset and loaded as a default. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and say finish. And you'll notice that over here on the left hand side, these are a list of all the scans that I have developed. In this case, I have my HK Roadkill scanner. It's idle. I can format it and see exactly what I've got. I can change it if I wanted to. I can see what my symbol universe is. I can change its name. One other thing I can do is I can also see that there are 3 tabs I have now. I have a schedule. I can schedule it to run daily at a specific time, only on weekdays, or I can have it run weekly or monthly or intraday. I can have it run every day. I can have it run every 30 minutes. I can have it run every 5 minutes between certain time frames, and you can set it up to do that if you'd like. You can have the results, save every single result that runs. You'll find after a time, if you have it automatic, that it's going to create a lot of files. So I like to have this set to save results from only the last 10 runs, so that way I have a list of the last 10 runs, and so I can always refer to those. If I want to create symbol lists from those, then right down here you can automatically generate a custom symbol list. You can give it a name, like Hawkeye Roadkill scan, and then it's going to create a list with a date on the end of it. Okay, and you can save every one, or you can save the list, top 10. And if you want to create a comment delimited file, it allows you to do that too if you want to import it into Excel or any other program that you want to use. Okay. And this is also the notification. It'll notify you when it's done. It'll beep, but you can configure it to send you a message, an email, or so forth to let you know that the scan has been complete. Okay. So we'll do okay on that one. Then all you have to do to run these things is you click on it and you select run. When you do that, it creates a list of stocks that meet the criteria that you placed in. You can see ones that it previously ran, any results. You can see the settings that were set for that created that run, and you can see the log of when it was last run. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. You'll see it takes quite a bit of time to run. It took 5,540 symbols and pared it down to 117, and now it's going to run through and process those 117 symbols to create a list of symbols which meet the criteria that we placed in there for this scan. I'll go ahead and pause, and I'll do it when it's complete. Okay, we are almost complete here. We'll let it take its last minute, and there it is. It's completed the scan. It came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks that meet the criteria for our scans, and we can click on the bottom here to see which ones, since we didn't have any other previous scans. It didn't have anything to list. We looked for stocks which were between 15 and 60 with a 3-month volume average over 100 million, and we're looking for a long Hawkeye setup according to the criteria that we defined here. Okay. So what you can do one, two, or three things. Number one, you can turn your link on, and you can click on a chart and click on that to have it automatically load into this chart. So we've got Freeport. There's a Hawkeye Roadkill setup. Very first dot, trend dot. So it found it. It looked. You didn't even have to pull the charts up. It found it for you, and it gave you your initial trade entry for that particular chart. You look at another one. Does the same thing. You do have a trend change right here for an aggressive entry, but at this point you were only looking for setups. So there's your setup, came right there on high volume for a perfect place for a trade entry. Same thing for any of these things. What it is, it's looking for these trade entries. It's looking for these roadkill setups where all the criteria are met for you to be able to enter in on these as a initial trade. Okay. If you have any questions or comments, we can be contacted at team1@hawkeyetraders.com, and we'll be glad to help you get set up with the complete roadkill package in our professional package or any other package that you like. So contact us at team1@hawkeyetraders.com and let us know if we can help. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great day.